guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's Saturday, January the 27th. I was just thinking about something today and I wanted to share this story with y'all. I lived in Kissimmee, Florida back in the mid-90s, and I had gotten transferred down there with a company that I was working for, but I decided to open a little flea market business on the weekends. And that was when the Ty Beanie Babies were all the rave. You know, people were buying them up like crazy. And I had met this young couple, and they had inherited a Hallmark store from the man's grandma. So I went in and talked to them about it, and we had already become friends, and they had two little children that I was just crazy about. And so I started talking to them about the possibility of me buying the Beanie Babies from them. So I gave them a little bit more than what the retail price was, and then I would take them to the flea market and, you know, add a couple of dollars onto the price, and that's how I made my profit. Well, one day I was selling the Beanie Babies, and this lady came to my booth, and we started talking, and she was looking around, and I didn't have any shelves. I had just brought a couple of cardboard boxes and covered them with some pieces of fabric and set my Beanie Babies on those. So she had noticed that I had, you know, my stuff displayed on boxes. And her name was Donna, and she was driving this big old Dodge diesel truck. So we just hit it off, and we exchanged phone numbers and everything. And about 2 hours later, she came back in that truck with a whole set of shelves. Her daughter and son-in-law lived there, and her son-in-law is a carpenter. He was going all over the country at that time building stores for the Gap. So she had gone home and scraped together some pieces of wood, and he had built me some shelves. Now, isn't that sweet? Anyway, time went on and years passed, and Donna, she was originally from Oregon, so of course she wanted to move back home. So she went to Oregon and found her a house out there in South Beach. And she put her house up for sale in Kissimmee. And she sold it. And so Donna went and bought a horse trailer to pack everything up in. And what she had planned on doing was, you know, pack all of her furniture and everything in the horse trailer. And then when she got to Oregon, she would sell the trailer. So actually, it wasn't costing her, you know, very much to move. She didn't have to pay for, you know, a moving van or anything like that. So that's what she did. And she had this other friend, her name was Elaine. So Elaine helped her. You know, they got everything packed in the, everything that they could get into the big old horse trailer. And what Donna couldn't get in there, she strapped it onto the outside of the trailer. She had these lawn chairs and everything strapped onto the outside. And it was so funny looking. It was like the Beverly Hillbillies. So Elaine wanted to go with her. And, you know, when they got to Oregon, Elaine was going to help her, you know, unpack everything. And then she was going to fly back to Florida. Well, on the way out there, they had been stopping at these antique markets. Donna loved to collect cowbells. So they were at this antique market, I believe it was in Omaha, Nebraska. And Donna just fell in love with this cowbell. But it was a little bit pricey, and she put it back on the shelf, and, you know, she was just walking around and talking about it and trying to decide whether or not she wanted to pay the money for it. Well, when they got ready to leave, Elaine went and got the cowbell and bought it, but she bought it for herself. You know, she didn't even give it to Donna. So she told Donna, when Donna asked her about it, "You mean you bought the cowbell that I wanted?" And Elaine said, "Oh, yes, I just fell in love with it, and it's mine. I'm keeping it for myself." Well, that made Donna so mad, and they got into such a big argument that Donna took her to the airport in Omaha and shipped her ass back to Florida. So I'm wondering, have you ever had a friend that you got into such an argument with that you wish you could just take them to the airport and ship them back to where they came from? So that was so stressful for Donna that she ended up getting shingles on her scalp. But she made it back and moved into her new home, and she's been living there happily ever since. So thank you guys for watching, and y'all just keep on coming back. Bye now.